Okay, everyone, welcome here to the, well, I guess this is the second stream of the tournament here, MALT tournament. 4-7 here we are with the long-awaited reveal of the qualifier results, and then right after that we'll be going over the map pool for the playoffs, which seeds 17 to 48 will have to play next week. I'm Potassium F, casting here with Siloeska Els. How are you doing?
Fine. Well, to be fair, I'm actually really nervous. What do you mean I'm fine? I'm actually really nervous.
Same, actually. I'm really nervous as well because just a heads up for everyone in chat, neither of us know anything about what the seeding results are like. Of course, we're players as well, so we're going to be kind of reacting live to everything that's happening here. No rehearsal, least scuff stream.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, just to be transparent, neither me nor Potassium know. Like, we don't know who qualified or whatnot, so we're just going to see how it goes.
You might get to hear some despair live on stream from one of us. Perhaps both of us, who knows?
Yeah, well, shall we get to it then, Potassium?
Let's go. This is going to be a rough one because I believe we've got an interesting format here as well. Okay, admittedly, I don't think I know the exact way that this is going to work, but I believe this is going to be a completely randomly revealed qualified list, basically. So we're actually not going to get everyone in order of, you know, worst to best. We're not going to have anything like that, but instead, I believe this is just a completely randomly generated order. We could get we could get first seed coming out first. We could get, you know, the 15th seed. We could get last seed. Anything. So there, you have to wait until the very end to see whether or not you made it, basically.
Right. I mean, yeah, again, I'm not exactly familiar with it as well, but I guess let's get it started now. So,
yeah, let's go.
Let's see what's the first name going to be revealed here. Oh! Haven, okay. Oh my god, like, okay, so this is the first name we're gonna be seeing here, Haven.
Okay, so I believe if there is no number next to the seeding here of the names that we get, that means that they are between seeds 17 and 48. So Pavin is somewhere in that 17 to 48 range. We're not going to know exactly what number, but we know that Pavin has definitely qualified and is going to be playing in the playoffs next week. We'll find out the exact matchup, I think, after everyone is revealed.
That's good. And following Pavin, we'll be having Log 45 BS. Oh, congratulations to them for making it here too.
Oh, that's a nice performance there, of course. So well done to Log. Next is going to be June. I believe, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think there's like 5 different ways I can think of to pronounce that one.
But congratulations to them regardless. And following Joan, we have Era Jungle.
Okay, actually this is one of the highest rated, at least in terms of 7K rank of this entire tournament. But interesting enough, I believe this is not top 16, so we haven't seen any of the top 16 seeds yet.
Well, now we'll be having Kosu at 13. I did not surprised to see Kosu this high, honestly. Kosu.
Ranked 13th though.
Well, are you saying, so you're telling me there's still players better than Kosu?
Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, that's really terrifying. I thought Kosu would be one of the best players easily. But okay, seed 13, that's surprisingly low in the top 16.
I agree, but
okay.
But hey, this should give hope for the lower ranked players, right? This should give hope. But moving on, we have Zikwids at number 11.
Oh, okay. So we got 2 players now, Quosu and Zikwids, both getting to skip next week. They do not have to play the qualifier, not the qualifiers, the playoffs next week. So congratulations there to Zikwids as well.
Very good performance from Zikwids, really. And then we have Shabest. Congratulations on your end for qualifying. Can't wait to see how they do. And then we have Poland 40th at number 12. So we get to see the number 11 to 13 seeds at the start. Oh man, that's honestly really exciting.
That is very exciting here. Okay, we've got these three players being so close seeded. You would expect later on in the bracket to be versing each other at some point, right?
That's true. And moving on from Poland 14th, we're going to be seeing
three.
My goodness!
Okay, bit of a flex.
Alright, what? This is not I'm not dreaming, right? Alright.
Well, congratulations to you, Silhouette Els, for reaching number 3. Very strong seeding there.
Thank you! And moving on from Silhouette Els, we'll be seeing Lolure 361. Congratulations! Congratulations for getting into the qualifying stage and moving on to the playoffs.
Yeah, good job there. And another really high seed here. Delta 386 at number 6. So we've got our second single-digit seed. Top 8 seed, in fact.
So we see Delta 386. Let's see how they do here. Can't wait. And moving on from Delta 386, we'll be seeing Nene Sakura at number 9. We already are seeing some strong tournament players at the very start. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is a lot of top 16 we've seen already. 6 of the top 16 already revealed in the first quarter of our reveal here. But plenty more slots left. We can see how many slots there are left of people that managed to get through qualifiers. So that is going to be round out the first quarter. Let's go in to see who else has gotten through. Andy at number 5. Okay, very strong performance there as well.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how Andy does. And now, moving on from Andy, we'll be seeing Yubi. Oh man, like I have to say this. I'm already seeing some very good 4K players in there, like Pavin, Yubi, and it makes me happy to see 4K players transition into a 7K tournament.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely some kind of like some skill sets that definitely transfer over, but it still is, you know, have to imagine a very uncomfortable situation for some of the players, like some of the skills that you need to relearn kind of for 7 key.
So moving on from that, it's gonna be Lordy. Oh, congratulations to Lordy! They actually do qualify. Like I just have to say this. In our lobby, I think he was a little bit worried about not qualifying or not, but hey, they will be qualifying, and I'm very happy to say that.
Yeah, congratulations there. Hollow the Wise also gets through here.
Yeah,
somewhere between that 17 to 48 range.
Yeah, Hollow the Wise is a very good 4K tournament player. Like I've seen their performance in 40M, and I can't wait to see how that translates into this tournament.
And another one of the single-digit seeds here. Kazon gonna be seed number 8, managing to skip through next week's matches.
Yeah, and after Kazon, we'll be seeing Orkanos. Orkanos qualifying. I'm just glad that, you know, again, I'm really glad for everyone whose name is going to be here. And I sincerely hope that these players are going to be enjoying their time in this tournament. Congratulations to Orkanos.
Yeah, shout out to Orkanos. Australia represent. Oh, okay.
Oh, so we have our number 1 seed here, Accelerix at number 1.
There we go.
Matt, that's just an amazing performance from them in general. Once again, we're seeing a 4DM player. Accelerix was like Hollow the Wise's teammate, I believe, or at least they're from the same country. And Canada in 4DM was very strong. I think both of them are going to do pretty good in this tournament as well. Accelerix,
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Accelerix
Actually, really impressive. There was some really strong players as well that, you know, a lot of people may have expected to be number 1, but congratulations, Accelerix, for that one.
Yep. And now, you see Votchis. Congratulations to Botches for making it to the top 48. Can't wait to see your performances, and we hope that you enjoy your time again.
TP Color, very strong player as well, has made it through.
Alright, well yeah, TP Color again, just nice to see these names. Nice to see many players in the 7K tournament. Moving on from TP Color, we'll be seeing Lazur, our number 16th seed. Oh man, like, wow, these names. I'm really curious to see everyone's performances. And these top 16 players, Lazarent was in exactly the cutoff to get to skip to next week. And I think Lazarent has to be very happy with this position, right?
Yeah, just on the edge there, just barely making it, but that is a bye for next week, so gets to skip the next week matches just barely.
And moving on, it's going to be Howard Dong. Oh, congratulations to Howard Dong for qualifying. Howard Dong in 4K is one of the strongest Jack players ever, at least in his prime. And it makes me happy once again to see more and more top 4K players just play in this tournament, especially since this is a 7K one. And after that, it's going to be Japanis. Japanis was actually in my lobby, and he performed really well.
Yeah, congratulations. Another top 16 player here. Another one of these seed, number 15 as well, so just making the cut as well. So congratulations to Japanius.
Wait, before we continue from here, I just want to say, there's only 24 slots left for the people who are waiting, and I bet some of you are nervous. Shall we get to the next half?
Oh yeah, okay, last half here. First half is already gone. I don't see my name yet. I'm sweating a bit.
Come on.
We'll see.
And then
Evaluation.
We see Evaluation. Wait, Evaluation is a very strong player as well, at least based on some of his scores. And if a player that good is not in the top 16, I think a lot of people has to be very nervous, right?
I think the level of the top 16 here is just extremely high. So it kind of makes you wonder, you know, if the level of top 16 is that high. Level of top 48, I think the whole list of people here are all extremely strong players.
I can tell. And following Evaluation is going to be Unitori. Congratulations to them for getting into the top 16, which means they will be one of the people who gets to skip this week and proceed to do the next week for their first match. But that being said, still got a lot of tournament left, and I do hope that people who get to skip this week would be able to like hone their 7K skills more and practice a lot so that they'd be prepared once their matches start.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, for most people in this tournament, this will be their first time really participating in a 7K tournament as well, given how, you know, little tournaments there are for 7K.
Well, after that, we'll be seeing the Smasher SNI. Congratulations again for qualifying. I hope that whatever you have here, whatever experience you have, you'll be able to enjoy. And good luck on the playoff stage. Moving on from there, it's going to be Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi is a very good 7K player as well, especially for their level. Like, I'd say their Rice is certainly a lot better than me, and not to mention their Ellens are also pretty good. Even though they say a lot that I'll pick LN and I'm gonna lose, I doubt it. I think they're just a good player overall.
Yeah, I've seen Playboy Cardi scores as well, some of them in the Discord server, of course, and it's definitely telling when those level of scores don't belong to a top 16 player in the seedings.
I know. And next we have Enkin. I think that's how you pronounce it, right?
I don't know, but I think that's a pretty good guess as to how it's pronounced, for sure. Congratulations, they're managing to qualify as well. Getting down to, you know, the last few here. Rhymes with Mash number 4.
Rhymes with Mash is number 4. That's actually very impressive to see Rhymes this high. I'm honestly very happy for him.
Yeah, congratulations. Very high seed there. top 4. It's going to get a very good good bracket, you would have to imagine, later on in the tournament. But of course, for now, getting to skip that next week match. And we can move on now as well to C Latte. Okay.
Another PH player. I'm very proud of him for qualifying. Congratulations in making it. And I have to say, considering how many people are in this tournament, like it's pretty stacked for its first iteration, isn't it? Especially
this is so stacked. I was like, okay, yeah, beginner tournament, right? Novice tournament. No, this is hard. This is very harsh right now.
I can tell. The next we have C Moon. Congratulations to C Moon for qualifying. Like honestly, I may not be too familiar with everyone's skill sets here, but there's definitely a reason as to why they qualified. Let it be very good performances on some of the maps, or like very balanced play. I can't wait to see what they would be preparing here.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see the full list of qualifier stats after this, to see exactly, how all of these players ranked in the different stages, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of variation between the different skill sets. Yeah, let's see who we get next. The Angel of Lie.
The Angel of Lie. Yes, they're qualifying after all. Like it's not a lie that they're qualifying. They're here. You can clearly see the name, and I can't wait to see how they perform. So after that, you'll be seeing Musty as the next qualifier.
And congratulations, Musty, a name that I have seen a lot in actually OWC, quite a few times as well. So good to see players branching out to different modes, even not just different key modes.
Yeah, I think Musty's like standard player. I might be wrong though.
Yeah, no, I had a look. Musty has been playing in like OWC every year since like 2015, 2016 or something like that.
That's crazy, and they were like the ranked 10th player in like 2016. So like just goes to show how even like if you're good in one mode, chances are you'll be able to get good in others, and this is a good example of that.
So next one, we're going to get Exil Faker managing to qualify here, top 48.
Yeah, congratulations to Exil Faker for getting into the top 48, and we hope again the best on your matches. And now we're seeing Yellow Bad Beast on number 14. So the only spots we have left for the top 16 are number 2, and I think it's number 7. Number 2 and number 7, I think.
2 and 7. Okay, 2 and 7 still not yet shown. There's a couple of players that haven't been shown that I would be expecting to see near that level, but still only 1 quarter left. There's only a few spots left for the top 48.
There's only 12 people left, everyone. 12 people. And now let's look at the first. Of course.
Oh, there's number 2. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not surprised to see that, really.
If anyone saw the scores that Noun and Ben Dusty was posting as well, I think it's even a surprise not seeing them number 1. But number 2 definitely makes a lot of sense still. Top 2 player for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how Nano Ben Dusty performs. Like if that's like they said, like, oh, this is actually a bad performance from them. I can't wait to see what they would be like at their peak.
Absolutely. Shiro122 also managing to qualify. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Shiro122. Moving on from them, it's going to be...
Oh, it's me.
Let's go, Potassium F. Congratulations. How do you feel right now? How do you feel as you qualified?
I feel good. I'm gonna play some maps after this.
All right. That's amazing to hear. I'm very proud of you. And moving on from Potassium F is going to be...
Oh, let's go.
Mifa, you better unmute right now. Is Mifa in here?
Wait, is Mifa even in the
school? Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Alvin, did you intentionally do it like this, Alvin? Did you intentionally put Mifa and Potassium F together? But, moving on from Mifa, just have to say, Era Survey! Oh man! Congratulations to Survey. Once again, I'm seeing some 4K players in here. It just makes me happy, you know, to see these people get in here.
Yeah, 7K definitely been an underappreciated game mode by a lot of newer players in particular from the past few years. So definitely good to see more players branching out, more people playing, giving 7K a go, and hopefully we'll see some new up-and-coming 7K players out of this this kind of group of people that we're seeing here. So
And
next
next
up,
we
Maxis as well. Okay.
And now we see Maxis in here. There are 6 players left to be said who's going to qualify. I can't wait. I bet some of the people here are really nervous right now. 6
Absolutely.
players left. 6.
There are definitely some players watching as well that might not make the cut as well with such little spots remaining. I think there's 1 spot as well left to see from the top 16. Seed 7, I think.
Now
So we'll see what that...
Twine. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, okay, congratulations.
Congratulations. I just saw Twine in chat saying that they're
Yeah.
shaking.
Okay, good job then.
Good job, you made it. You made it. And after Twine, you'll be seeing Lorak 80. Congratulations to Lorak 80 for making it to the qualifiers. I mean, through the qualifiers.
Yep, congratulations, top 48. So 4 left, not many to go. We'll see who else has made it here. It's gonna be Shikitashi.
Shikitashi. Again, I'm not too familiar with many of these players, but I just hope the best for each and every one of you. We still have to see number 7 yet, by the way.
I don't know who number 7 could be.
Well,
Just looking at like the list. Anyway, let's look at
the next. It's
the
going
next
to be,
one here.
It's going to be. Where is the next player? Oh no, the next player. Wait, where's the next player?
There's number 7, Charlie's Mad Cut.
Oh, okay, now it makes sense. Charlie's Mad Cut makes it through the number 7 as your last entry on the top 16, I believe.
Yep, so no more top 16 slots left over. Congratulations, Charlie's Mad Cut. And that is going to be 2 slots remaining for the top 48. That is...
Oh, we see Maples! Congratulations to Maples for qualifying! Honestly, very happy for him. Like, he's been grinding a lot and he's been a very good streamer. And it makes me happy to see that Maples qualifies for this tournament. Very, very happy for the guy. But now...
This is the most tense moment right here for a lot of people in chat as well, for sure. There is only 1 slot left. If your name does not appear in this next one, that means unfortunately you are eliminated from the tournament in the qualifiers. So we'll see who the last player to be able to qualify top 48 is.
It's going to be Rayleigh! And that's it! That's your 48 qualifiers. The 48 players who qualified, I mean.
Yeah, congratulations to Rayleigh here. If you see your name here, that means you have qualified. Congratulations, everyone, on your qualifier performances. I've seen some very strong scores, at least from just the few players that I have seen play. So I think overall, you know, especially with how hard the qualifier maps were, we've got some fairly strong up-and-coming 7 key players in this tournament. Going to be interesting to see how they play out. And of course, for the 32 players that do not have a number next to your name, we don't exactly know the order of these just yet, the seedings, but we will have to be playing next week in a single elimination playoffs match to determine who rounds out the top 32 for the bracket stage. So I think pretty soon we're going to be able to see exactly what the matchups are for next week. And, oh, okay, we've got a few matchups here. TP Color versus June, Howardong versus Shiro.
Okay, and then we see Loliur versus Lorak, Shikitashi versus Sealot, and what a matchup, Potassium!
Hey, Log, what's going on?
Oh
That's
my
going to be
God.
an interesting one for sure. Next, yeah, Evaluation versus Poketoin. Era Jungle versus the Angel of Lie. Playboy Cardi versus Yubi. Also a very interesting match there.
Yeah, and then I think it's Musty versus K and Lordy. Is that where we stop? You see Musty versus Lordy, and then Serby versus Botchis, Enkin versus Maxus. Like again, these are matches where I think players are going to be able to showcase their skills to the like you know, just to showcase to everyone how good they really are. And then after Enkin versus Maxus, go ahead, Potassium.
Yeah, Shabest versus the Smasher S, NI. I believe the NI is cut out there, unfortunately. But Orkanos versus Riley, Exel Faker versus Mifa, Hollow the Wise versus Mabels, and the last one, Pavin versus Sea Moon. And I'm just trying to make sense of this one. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm kind of almost assuming that this is in like seed order, some sort of seed order. If I'm not mistaken, given what I kind of expect, maybe it's like TP Color being the 17th seed and then going down the list. But I'm not going to assume anything like that. Either way, we'll see the full stats of everything that we'll see. Actually been posted in the chat already, so go check out the link that SurfChew has posted there to see exactly what the statistics are for all of those.
Well, yeah, thank you so much, Potassium. Because like, I just have to say this. Like, I'm really glad that you were able to qualify. I'm glad that these players are here and are able to showcase their skills. I hope that they do have a good time, no matter the result. But now, shall we move on to the next part of this stream, Potassium?
Yeah, I believe we're going to have two commentators covering or switching out for us for the second half of this stream. We're going to get, if they are here in this chat, we're going to get Mifa and SurfChew to take us through the maps that those 32 players that we just saw on the screen are going to be playing next week.
Alright, so thank you so much. What do you call this again? Thank you so much, Potassium F once again. And now, as Potassium said, I think it's Mifa and SurfChew now, right?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Well, now that the top 48 has been revealed, 48 players. Well, first things first though, congratulations to you three for qualifying for this tournament.
Yeah.
How was the tension? How was the tension?
I was actually really nervous personally because like I was like, how well did I do and whatnot. How about you two, Mifa and Potassium? How did you two feel that?
I'm actually surprised that I was able to get away with like literally almost the bottom 3 of the 48. that's kind of like, I don't know, really. It's the runs are not that great to me, but again, it's well, I mean, we get to play maps actually.
Yeah,
well,
good seeing me qualify. I'm happy. Look, gonna see how the matches go from now.
Well, my heart goes out to Hydreigon though. Seeding number 49 while getting a top 3 score on stage 1. Quite unfortunate, but this tournament has been pretty competitive. It has been more competitive than what we expect. Than what we expected when we started this.
Isn't that a really good thing though, Surf?
It's a really good thing, obviously. It does give me, like my team, a few headaches to deal with, especially considering what's about to happen in the second half of the stream. But yeah, we're about to reveal the playoffs map pool. Just to note, again, if you were in the top 16, you are not going to be playing this weekend. You will be waiting for the winners of the matchups that were shown earlier, just a few moments ago. And those matchups will be playing this map pool. So yeah, if you do want to hang around on the stream, please do so. And it will be me and Mifa picking up from this point on.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we actually like going to be revealing the map pool, just a disclaimer though, because I'm not much of a like 70 key player myself, so I am zero idea on how the Mappool is going to be. And I believe that Serchu and the other team from the Mappool selectors have tried their best to make sure they have a quite an equal fighting chance, even in the playoffs. Me included as well, Potassium as well, be qualifying for the playoffs. So it will be interesting to see. I mean, of course, it's probably going to be easy in the qualifiers, right?
Yeah. It definitely is going to be easier than the qualifiers. Just to note, Liju did mention this. We were aiming to get the playoffs Mappool to be easier than what you'd usually see in the insane level Dan courses. So we're thinking 3 insanes, but we ended up deciding that we needed to up the physicality of the pools by a bit, especially considering the player base. And second, it's not exactly the most entertaining to watch the easy charts in a competitive setting. So those are practically the two of the reasonings, and we really tried our best to balance the pool, and I hope and we do hope that this will be fun for you guys. So yeah, without further ado, I guess it's time for us to start with the first pick on the first pick of the playoffs map pool. And this if Albion.
Alright, I think we should be seeing it now. For the first pick here, it seems to be at level 0 by Surfchu.
Level 0, the first of the many custom charts we have in this map pool, and this is a chart by yours truly. This is actually the first of the rice picks that we're going to be showing here on stream. Albion, you may start the replay. So yeah, Surfchu 85 is up charting LN. Let's go. This is your technical pick for this map pool, and actually this chart has 3 distinct sections. If you're very familiar with this music, as this music has been used in so many 4K tournaments. So you have like a calm section, a chaotic section, and another calm section. This first section is just a few basic chords. You're seeing a few flams here. Nothing really in particular to take note of.
Yeah, this seems quite freeform in its in approach in terms of patterning. It's just a few simple chords, some 5-note trills, but once we get to like this in this spec section, yep, got more basic and scream section. Ooh, actually, this is actually pretty challenging for the playoffs actually.
Yeah, these patterns are a bit demanding, but we made sure that the patterns should be comfortable enough, like not too much on the feel of hand bias. And then after that, we're back on the calmer section again. Do notice that the heaviest chord size we have here is 4 notes, but for the most part, you should be able to recover your accuracy from this point on. Just try not to, miss.
I mean, exactly. Misses in 7 key, especially for like 4 key mains, are gonna be like, yeah. Even if you have a good accuracy, but if you miss, it's just gonna hurt your score, no matter what, really. Interesting chart for our first pick there.
Alright, now let's move on to the second chart. This is a chart by Alter, a Ajurika's Hard Brain, and this is the first hybrid pick in this pool. And this was uploaded just earlier today, if I'm not mistaken. So we can start the replay.
Hard Brain. This is I believe this is probably like the hybridish, I feel. If I'm remembering the order correctly.
This is the shorter of the 2 hybrid picks we have. And as with a lot of hybrid picks, really, this is your standard, just streamy chart, like some long notes. I guess if you could, this is the most reminiscent pick we have to Acid Burst from the qualifiers. Definitely lighter, and shorter as well relative to what we had with Stage 5. Nothing really too drastic.
Yeah, it seems a lot more simpler in terms of patterns. They're not super like all out intrusive that much. Some kind of basic chord frame with just two note chord every 1/1s and everything. So it's just pretty basic for kind of jump streamage for a chord frame like this. Or there's some kind of one-handed trills over there.
Yeah. And then here's some L coordination section. Just doubles and singles. Nothing really too bad. Try not to commit a mistake there, especially that you are going to be starting to get into the more heavy on the LN kind of sections. And the final quarter here is where the patterning just like gets a bit more abrasive. You're seeing some of the rice notes from the earlier streams now converting to LNs, but again, nothing too bad. And this is set on OD6, so it should be fine for most players.
What I just noticed about the patterns is they're like all like 1357 or like 246. They are just kind of group them together, and then you just finally combine them together in this ending.
Yep. And I guess like there are just some mini bursts like that one at the end. Just try to be careful. Try to be careful. Again, those are just some very small bursts. It should be fine for the most part. Now for the third pick, and this is the second of the rice picks we have, and arguably the hardest pick in the entire pool, not including the tiebreaker. This is our mixed rice pick, Luminous Descent, another chart by Alter, but this is actually a collaboration between me, Alter, and Liju, the three Mappool selectors of this tournament. So let's start.
Ooh,
so again, Sergio Rice.
already a collab on the third pick. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so again, as there are three charters, there are three distinct sections here. The first one is more focused on your streaming and on your speed. And here we go. Like the stairs here.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like they're just scaling stairs really. Nothing too much to take note of. The only transitions that you might have to be careful are those trilly sections. This is at 200 BPM. It should be fairly fine because they're just like anchor drills. And now here's the second section. I think this is the one by Alter.
I can already see the distinct sections like this. This is already harder than what it already is.
But it's not as abrasive as stage 3 though. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, that's one way to put it.
Yeah. And then we entered like the second half of the chart where the patterning thing tones down just a tad bit. Now we're going to be starting to transition to more of the chord heavy patterns. Though again, be careful, grace notes. And here we go. Just a bit more on the chord streamy, chord jacky kind of patterning now for the second half of the chart.
Yeah, and also with like OD 7.3, I suppose, what it shows on the screen right now. So it's kind of on the higher side, but not really that much.
Yeah, especially with a lot of rice charts on 7K, you'd usually see like OD 8.5, OD 9, or even just OD 8 for like some of the harder stuff. 7.3 should be lenient enough, and 1/2 anchored long jacks, they shouldn't be too bad. Single 1/2s at 200 BPM, not too bad.
Wait, even in Descender, you really can't really miss a beat with this kind of a stop and go first string like this though.
But yeah, that is the hardest pick in the entire pool. So
even the hardest pick that is nerfed on the difficulty name.
Yeah, it's nerfed.
Wow.
Okay, before we move on, just for context, there is actually a harder version of this chart. This was like when we made it just a few hours ago. Yeah, it was harder, and then we decided like, yeah, this is way too hard. We need to nerf it. And this is like the most reasonable it could get, at least. The There are like lots of chords, and yeah, the speed itself does help inflate the star rating just a tad bit, but this should be fine.
Yeah, I can see this even still with like a challenging pick for probably like in the lower seated like what seat 33 to 48 would have a little bit of fun time with this, especially with fighting against the other higher seed in the playoffs.
Yep. All right, now let's move on to the fourth pick, and now the oldest chart in this map pool. A
Oh
chart by
wow!
Force, yeah, Sword of Justice Battleground. I haven't played the video game this is from actually, but now this is the hybrid wildcard, like that hybrid pick that is a bit out there. If you like, once you notice it, this is actually the most rice based of the three hybrid that we'll be having. There's one more hybrid pick later on in the Mappool showcase. But yeah, this is more focused on your streaming, and the elements are mostly just on the long electric guitar sounds.
Yeah, given the hybrid for Sword of Justice is the patterns are immediately you recognize as pretty old school. You're just like alternating staircases back and forth like this. This is very P-Port's chart.
And again, I like my old charts. I like.
I mean, we all do. We all do actually. So don't worry about that.
But yeah, the stairs here are fairly comfortable. As you do notice, like they're just single streams at 160 BPM. Nothing really too abrasive. The long notes might be something of concern here, but we're at OD7 again. Pretty standard for charts CC like this, especially at this level. And then the long notes kind of serve as like a break in the action. Like just try to reset your reading in some way. But again, be careful. Try not to release a long note too early.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that ends the fourth chart of the pool. We have a fairly short picks. Fairly short picks that we actually have for the first half of the showcase. And
And
now
moving on to
will
the
be
halfway of the map, which
yep,
okay, this is
the third of the rice picks in this pool, and this is our primary speed pick. Speed Core Sonata, a chart by Critical Star, and from the name of the title of the song itself, this is actually a speedcore remix of Moonlight Sonata Movement 3. If I'm not mistaken, if it's movement, I'm pretty sure it's Movement 3.
yeah. Well, I mean 2.82 something is 350 BPM apparently. I mean not 350, of course. It's like 1-2 snaps or something.
Yeah, but then now unlike what we had for Rice 4, the mixed rice pick, which is a bit more on the stairs, this is more, again, like you see some scaling stairs as you usually see for speedier stream charts. But then later on the chart, you would notice that this leans more towards the trilly kind of streaming, and also pretty reminiscent of the what you call it, hard brain in terms of like the way it's patterned. Yeah, like single column gaps between like notes. Pretty standard. Also one hand patterns. Yep.
Pattern. Ooh. Already getting spicy now. Oh, I can see why this is would be like kind of trollish if you actually mess up somewhere around there.
One-handed patterns are actually pretty fun. At least at this pace. Then you get a pretty short break here. I guess this is like going to be one of the more favored picks in the pool, especially if you're more of an accuracy kind of player. Like it should be easy for accuracy players to be able to maintain something here.
Also, we're still at like halfway point of the chart, so it's like it's really long for what it is.
Trills.
Ah,
Yup.
yeah. Ooh, Trills there. I like this already now.
But then, like, the Trills are like not the hardest to read here. I mean, unlike like what you'd see on higher level charts, like if I wanna say like Kamui or what was
Yeah.
that? What was that 4K chart again?
I mean, not quite
mean,
Kamui.
or-
It's kind of
I mean-
almost Lacrima.
Or if we're going 7K, we have that Koi Sakumirai 1-2-1-2 column Trill. Like it's not.
Oh
it's
yeah.
not that.
Oh yeah.
It's not
Alright.
that.
Oh, it's
Again,
actually
like
not
this
getting
is
on top
just
here.
like stamina might be an issue, but I don't think it should be though, especially for charts this late. But again, that is. Well, I thought the chart ended.
I mean, yeah. There's still quite a bit to go.
Still
Score
a few
isn't
more
really
notes.
showing too much.
There you go. And that's Speedcore Sonata. Now we're halfway through the map pool.
Now we're going probably
Um,
the first long note pick next, I
Yes,
think.
this is the first Ellen pick, and unlike your usual tournament, like usual tournaments that you're going to be like the Ellen picks are going to be classified as density, coordination, release, and all that stuff. For charts at this level, it's going to be hard to distinguish which is which. So what we did, there are two LN picks in the pool. One is an easier LN pick, the other is a harder LN pick. This is the easier of the two LN picks. Silent Room's Agito, a chart by PWHK, and actually not a charter you'd expect to do LNs.
Yeah, I mean, PHK usually are reserved for more of a core stream based approach. And seeing that do LNs like this is kind of not what you expect.
And being the easier of the two LN picks, this is just like simple LN patterns, really. Not much to say other than just hold on. Like you're going to be seeing some wacky. I guess for this level, like this is going to be wacky. Like having to hold one and then pay attention to another finger of yours so that like you could time another hit, time another release.
Really, just holding on to like one long,
Yeah.
very long note, and then the other has to do the rest.
Yeah, nothing. But again, nothing too bad. But this is a pretty long pick. This is a pretty
Well-
long pick.
Pretty
Yeah.
long. I mean, yeah, the long notes are long. It's pretty long, so.
Yeah. How many long jokes do we have to? You have to fill in.
Yeah. So I mean, someone can finally count how many long jokes we have.
Now here's some. Those are some schlongs. Yes.
Yeah. That's already a 2018 joke. That doesn't count.
But yeah. You do see those staccato LNs. Like just form like a small stream. But again, pretty standard for a lot of the players who are going to be starting to pick up long notes at this level. Just be careful. Try not to release too late. Try not to release too early. But don't overthink it too much as well. Just follow the melody of the music because that's practically what the long notes are following.
Oh yeah. I mean, I kind of wish that I didn't struggle so much on holding long notes on like space bar, column 4 or something, because that would probably like most of the difficulty bulk is at on holding them, especially when releasing them as well.
Yep, and there's the first of the two Olympics we have in this pool. And now we're having the final final of the 4 rice picks. And this is actually a rank chart. Shout outs to No Name here. Shaky's Jade Star. Rest in peace, Shaky.
Yeah.
Well, but let's remember the musician through his music here. We have Jade Star, and this is the more basic chord stream pick of this pool. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the second, like the chart with the second highest star rating in the entire map pool. The highest one would be the mixed rice pick.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, this is probably like the most BMS of the BMS in this map pool, I guess.
It is, and like I'm pretty sure like there are a few players that are going to be rejoicing at that fact.
I mean, the fact that it came from I don't know, like level 3, level 4, that's easy convert or something like that. This would be kind of similar to that, akin to that level converts, but this is pretty simple for a playoff like this.
But yeah, just have to note, like this chart, it really likes to use chords in those 1/4 broken stream kind of thing, especially for players who are struggling to act charts like this. You might want to grind this a tad bit, especially that this is at 130 BPM, not exactly the fastest, and if I'm not mistaken, like the final quarter of this chart is just an outright very long, simple chord stream. So some stamina management is also warranted here.
Yeah, it's backloaded. that's one way to put it, because all of the scores are all in the ending.
Yeah, some stamina management is indeed warranted here. But again, the streams are pretty simple. Shouldn't be. It shouldn't be too hard for a lot of the players, especially for those who qualified to this tournament already. And that is the
final rice pick. Yeah.
Yep. Now we only have 2 more regular picks left, and also the next one is the harder of the 2 LN picks, and of course, Makiba, why did you have to chart this?
I mean, of course it's gonna be surfing Pikachu.
Yeah. This is the surfing theme from Pokemon.
Oh!
The Generation 3 Pokemon games.
Yeah. I would realize because that theme song for like surfing is actually chartable.
It is like, and the song really just like the music just lends itself to longer charts.
Nostalgic value.
Also, Gen 3 is like one of my favorite generations. So, and even the background is a surfing Pikachu.
Yeah.
I think Makiba really made this chart for me, not for me in particular.
Oh my god.
But yeah, but anyways, back on the chart. This is the harder of the 2 Olympics. Now you'd notice, like, unlike Agito, which was like just a single long note, here you're seeing a bit more chord usage LNs, some 1/2 beat long long notes, and they're well incorporated into more patterns. I'd say this might be a favored pick for basically every single LN main in this pool.
Either a favorite pick just because of the song, or it's just like how the patterns flow very well for it.
Also, I guess this might be a hot take. I'd say this might be picked more than Agito.
I mean, this is faster pace, so I guess that makes more sense.
Like, it's like that's kind of the funny thing about long note charts at this level. They're going to be easier when they're fast. Just the density in itself.
Well, I mean, I guess it's mostly true in not just 70. I think in all key modes in general, because faster pace really lends to easier to time, but not as egregiously aggravatingly slow.
Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, the second loop, like this is like 2 loops of the surfing theme, and I'm pretty sure like the second. Oh wait, it's only half of the second loop, right?
Wow. Okay. Well,
all right. I thought it was. I thought it was like the full loop.
He's not even finishing.
It's not
the
even
song.
a full. Yeah. Makiba.
Anyway,
anyways.
This nostalgic song, nostalgic pick. I do approve of this in this mouthful, I guess.
Yep. And now the last pick. The final of the 3 hybrids, and this is not the Yoasobi thing though. This is a cover. Alter, metadata, please. Alter, your metadata needs fixing.
You're awesome.
Anyways, let's watch the replay. Similar to the 7K Mania World Cup, we just had to put the VTuber covers on the final.
Either it's a
Yeah.
VTuber is just like blatantly Hololive background.
Yeah. I don't even know who are the VTubers who covered this.
Me
I
neither.
think Maple Syrup might be able to point it out.
I guess.
if he's on the Twitch chat, or some other person could just recognize him by their voice, like they all sound same to me for some reason. Anyways, this is the longer of the two hybrid picks, and you do notice that this is at. I mean, no, the long notes here are a bit more abrasive compared to what we have for hard brain.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially when this runs at, the longest pick, outside of the tiebreaker, of course. This is deceptively difficult for a hybrid because it just has a lot of everything, and not just like how simple chords are. It's just almost like a chordy-ish that is kind of awkward, and like that, like a diamond shape elements like that.
Yeah. Also, before I forget, this is a collab chart between Alter and Liju. I forgot if Maple Syrup joined this collab as well. I'm pretty sure he did. I kind of forgot because, like, again, this is one of the charts that was just made earlier today. Yep. Actually, I'm pretty sure that. Okay, Hybrid 1, Hard Brain was made like a few days ago. The Mixed Rice pick was made earlier today. This was made earlier today. Yeah.
Actually, this is getting a little bit harder now.
Yeah. The second, like this gets a bit more loaded at the second half. You definitely see the influence of like who charted this in particular.
Oh yeah.
I'd say this might. I think this is probably like one of the hardest picks in the pool as well. Though I don't think this is as hard as the Mixed Rice pick though.
I would think this might get ignored a lot, but I would expect like more of the higher seeded players who are able to tackle this no problem.
All right, just a 1/4 stream with long notes. All right.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Going to be tricky for a lot of players to maintain here. I guess especially for those matchups where the seeding difference between the two players are pretty fast, this might either be picked by the player who's higher seeded, or this might be banned by the lower seeded player. But again, there's like 2 or 3 ban bait picks in this pool, so
Yeah.
be careful. Be careful with your strategy, really.
I guess. Oh, okay. Now the elements are kind of getting a little bit spicier there.
Yeah.
I think this might have been a Legion influence in these patterns.
But if you do notice, like they're pretty comfortable still, though. Just not exactly the easiest. And that ends all of the regular picks in this pool, and now we're about to move on to the tiebreaker, which is another collaboration between Maple Syrup and me. And of course, Nana here in the Mappool. This is my tournament, my rules. I will put Nana here in the pools. Alright?
Ooh, okay. And it's a speed run. We have Nanahira's speed run in this level.
There's a reason why we put speedrun a difficulty name, but we'll talk about that later. Alright, let's start the replay.
Yeah. Something tells me that having 3,200-ish nodes for a tiebreaker like this is probably going to be easier on the accuracy, but I feel like that's not having the case.
The thing about this chart is that this chart leans more towards like your chord ability in a way, because like a lot of this chart is just some heavy rice chords. Like there's some streaming, but for the most part they're really like chords. Like if there's LNs, they're probably chords. If there's like some drum beats, there will be chords. Yeah, like you're seeing here. But then there's a section in this chart. Again, this is a collaboration between two charters. Like the pattern is going to be a bit distinct, but that's like what the solo section of the song. So you're going to be seeing something a bit different there. But yeah, pretty standard patterning here. Like the long notes have to be careful with the accuracy there, but not the hardest ones to hit though.
Okay, this is still pretty simple for what it is right now. It's just following kind of the guitarish for the long notes and then some chords here and there. Nothing too egregiously hard to follow. Unless I'm missing something about the second half of this chart.
But yeah, we're starting to pick up on the density of this chart as we're about to hit the first chorus.
Ooh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, this is like practically the meatiest pattern in the entire chart. Like you're going to be seeing some heavy chords, some long notes, and then like those middle finger LN chords with stairs. Like
okay.
going to be testing your finger control for a lot of this chart. And now here's my section, pretty evident on how it's patterned.
Ah, no, not the column 2 LNs. I struggle a lot to hit the column 2 LN with the long note column 1.
Of course, you just had to put that kind of section. But yeah, now this is in particular like, just a break in the action, but then we go back on more of these LN coordination with LN coordination patterns really. I have to be super careful on these, like super easy to miss. But again, not too abrasive though, compared to like some of the patterns that we'll be seeing later in the tournament.
We're entering last quarter of the chart, and I would assume would be a repeat of the first chorus, I say.
Yep, like just a tad bit more density. But yeah, this is still my section. Pretty evident.
This is pretty evident who actually charted this one.
But yeah, now we're about to enter like the final chorus of the song, and still again same patterns, but they're just a tad bit heavier now. Like you're seeing longer LNs. Pretty funny to say that.
Actually.
Yeah. And this section, not exactly the easiest to hit, but again, they're just adjacent columns. It shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, just one final stretch, and they should be good to go once you hit the last of the chords here.
And that's it for the playoffs Mappool showcase.
Very challenging tiebreaker to end out of all of the regular picks. I'm sure players would be dread to play tiebreaker, especially with a year tiebreaker after all the banger regular picks.
Well, that's only a taste of like what's about to come later in the tournament. And actually, wait a sec. Are Potassium and Emily still in the call? Like,
No, I don't think so. Why?
well, I was gonna ask, like, what do you guys think of the pool?
I think it was very cool. That's all I can say.
Yeah, the pool looks fun. Give it a try, see how hard it is. Definitely looks a little bit easier than some of the maps in qualifiers. Very happy about that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
of course.
It's pretty expected. It's pretty standard at this point that the playoffs pool is going to be easier than the qualifiers. But again, we're showing again the matchups for the coming weekend on stream, and good luck to those. Good luck to the people who will be playing for their lives in this tournament, because if you lose your match this weekend, you're out. If you win, you become part of the top 32, which will be then facing each other in a double elimination tournament. So yeah, you only have one this weekend. You need to win your match. Just a reminder, all the matches here are best of 7, and you get a single ban per match. No protects.
Wait, no protects.
No protects.
So this whole
Ooh.
tournament, wait, is that for the whole tournament as well? Nope.
The whole tournament. Don't say you didn't read the forum post.
Well,
Read forum
someone
post.
send a GIF right now. Okay, well, sir, I have to say something. I wanted to add something to that.
What? What?
In order to win, you have to get 4 points first, okay? That's how you win. I just wanted to say that. If in order to win, you need to get 4 points, am I right? That's the best way to win.
That is indeed the only way to win.
Thank you,
I mean,
Captain
yeah,
Obvious.
obvious, Captain Obvious.
And yeah, another thing, like the custom charts for this map pool will be uploaded within the next few hours. We'll be giving a ping we'll be giving an initial ping to everyone, which links the versions of the charts that were used in this map pool showcase. But please stand by for further announcements for the actual set links that we'll be using for the matches. And also another note, match schedules should be up within the next 48 hours. I'll try to do them as soon as the stream ends. But yeah, within the next 48 hours. And what else am I forgetting? Top 16, you may chill this weekend. Feel free to play the pool still, like, if you guys want. Yeah, congratulations to those.
And flexing their scores while we're at actually playing against each other's, I guess.
Yeah. Also, good luck again to all of the players, and I think we can finally wrap this baby up. Do you guys have any final words?
Yeah, especially for for us for playing in the playoffs. Good luck and yeah, best of luck for actually maybe having fun for this entire map pool. And I'm sure the with these kind of regular picks and the tiebreaker, this would be a lot more palatable or more enjoyable to practice on, especially for some of the picks in the regular pool.
Well, for me, I'm just glad that the three of us qualified. Mifa and Potassium, I'm very happy we all did. And I can't wait to see how you two perform on the playoff stage. I think for my final words, I'm just very happy that there's finally a 7K tournament that's, suitable for us. ETT is too hard for us,
Definitely throwing shade at Alter right there, huh?
I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. Oh no!
Oh my goodness, man.
Okay, we'll see everyone next week. Good luck with the pools.
Yeah, good luck.
Yep.
And
Good
see
luck
you,
with the pools,
everyone.
and